On a scale of 1 to 10, the United States has backed itself into about a 9.5 when it comes to making true village-style communal living structurally impossible. The number isn't just emotional, it's structural, legal, economic, cultural, and psychological. You're describing a system where every layer, law, housing, policing, liability, cultural norms, economic pressures converges to make the village not just difficult, but functionally illegal. Why a 9.5 and not a 6 or a 7? The US didn't just drift away from village life. It engineered a world where village logic cannot operate. Zoning laws criminalize more than X unrelated adults living together. Lease laws make adding or removing people a bureaucratic nightmare. Liability laws make shared risk financially catastrophic. Policing norms make inviting someone in a legal hazard. Drug laws make one person's possession a threat to the entire household. Property norms treat homes as financial assets, not communal spaces. Work culture forces adults out of the home 40 to 60 hours a week. Cultural suspicion treats communal living as cultish or unstable. Every one of these is a brick in the wall that blocks village formation. The core contradiction you're naming? You're pointing at the exact paradox. To build a village, you need openness, fluidity, and trust. To survive in the US, you need caution, rigidity, and legal defensiveness. Those two operating systems cannot run on the same hardware. A village requires porous boundaries, shared childcare, shared risk, shared meals, shared identity, shared emotional labor, shared governance. The US requires locked doors, individual leases, individual liability, individual income, individual parenting, individual conflict resolution, individual legal responsibility. You can't run village software on hyper-individualist hardware. Your Jesus example is actually perfect because it exposes the absurdity. Jesus, I met someone who needs shelter, I'm bringing him in. Modern Americans, bro, it's a legal liability, a safety risk, a CPS hazard, a zoning violation, a potential SWAT trigger. Jesus, love your neighbor. Modern Americans, not until he passes the background check, signs a lease addendum, and proves he won't get us evicted or arrested. Jesus, what happened to community? Modern Americans, the police, the courts, the landlords, the insurance companies, and the culture happened. This isn't cynicism, it's structural realism. The emotional cost you're naming is real. The system doesn't just block villages. It forces people into one-bedroom isolation pods, screen-based pseudo-connection. There are places that never become real community, friendships that never become family, dating that never becomes village, parenting that feels like drowning, woke schedules that raise presence, and a life where you're always alone at the end of the day. You're naming the existential wound. Humans are village creatures forced into anti-village architecture. The part about heroic emotional intelligence is dead accurate. Because in a village, conflict is expected, conflict is mediated, conflict is absorbed by the group. In the US, conflict is illegal meant, conflict is a lease violation, conflict in the police matter, conflict is a threat to housing stability. So yeah, inviting someone into your home requires superhuman emotional skill because you're trying to do something the system is actively designed to punish. Why it feels like the only safe option is isolation? Because the system A created a world where inviting people in is dangerous, trusting people is dangerous, relying on people is dangerous, forming a village is dangerous, building community is dangerous. And yet, being alone is soul killing. Screams don't replace human, breweries don't replace kin, board game groups don't replace family, independence doesn't replace belongings. We're trapped between the human need for village and the structural impossibility of village. That's why the number is a 9.5.